Tonight on News 5 Live, brazen murder on Bayman Avenue leaves businessman dead and wife injured. BSI installs new cooling tower for New River Water. The Belize Bank opens a new branch, and police recruits share holiday chair in the community. Details of these stories and more coming up in tonight's newscast.
It's almost lunchtime and Alice is getting hungry and forgot to bring cash. She remembers that eCash now has a geolocation feature in which she can easily view the eCash merchants near her, especially restaurants. Her co-workers also ask her to order food for them.
Chicken chow mein, please, and a Coke.
The merchant sends her the payment link. She taps confirm, and within a few minutes, her food is delivered. Alice then views her transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made. Then taps the split the bill button, where she selects the unevenly option and moves the bar to the desired amount per person. The request is then sent to her friends. Her colleagues accept the request and are ready to enjoy their meals. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash make Alice's life a whole lot easier.
Watch The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. exclusively on Channel 5 Belize. The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings every Sunday at 8 a.m. on Channel 5 Belize.
Bundle the fastest, most reliable, unlimited broadband in Belize with your prepaid or postpaid mobile plan or Netflix. You can bundle your broadband with your prepaid and enjoy 50% off all national calls, plus get SMS and data. Paid plans? Then bundle with any speed and pay only $25 extra monthly to enjoy unlimited smart-to-smart calls, plus 500 minutes, plus 6,300 megabytes of data. Stream unlimited HD movies and TV shows with our broadband, plus the Netflix add-on for only $30 monthly, and enjoy streaming on your laptop, TV, phone, or tablet. Visit a smart showroom near you to sign up or upgrade to the bundle that's right for you. Smart, bringing people together.
Beep disinfectant spray is certified by a U.S. EPA compliant lab to kill the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Beep for a happy, healthy home.
Remember, all your residential and social electricity accounts must have no arrears by November 30th, 2021 to win. Prizes are a family vacation to Grand Carib for 2 nights, 2 nights family vacation stay at Blue Zen, and 11 winners of an $800 grocery voucher. Win one of these 13 great prizes with BEL's customer rewards.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Friday, November 26. I am Sabrina Daly. The Indian community is reeling from a double shooting which ended in the murder of one of their members around 8:15 on Thursday night in Belize City. 50-year-old Anil Asnani and his wife, 44-year-old Manisha, had just left a restaurant on the north side when they became the targets of gunfire. By the time police arrived, Anil was dead and his wife was in the throes of shock. News 5's Marion Ali has a story in the following report.
The bloodstains on the street in front of Sumathi's Indian restaurant today marked the spot where a family man was gunned down in front of his wife on Thursday night. In the attack, she too would be wounded, but only superficially, and she would survive. Police information to us is that the couple had gone to pick up food from the restaurant and they were about to get back in their Nissan Frontier pickup truck when two male persons approached them on beach cruiser bicycles and fired 5 gunshots. This morning, police investigators were retrieving surveillance recordings from the area that might be useful in their investigations. From what News 5 gathered from people who were in the vicinity at the time, 4 shots were heard, followed by 2 youths seen riding bicycles straight down Bayman Avenue in the direction towards Kelly Street. Owner of Sumathi's, Subramani Velu, told us off camera that he was in his kitchen when his attention was drawn to the incident outside his business. He said that this was the first time in 10 years that he has been operating from that location that something like this has happened. The couple's Sensation Extreme store on Albert Street was shuttered today with a black bow reflective of the family's loss. When News 5 spoke with attorney Payal Ganwani, she was with the bereaved wife and released the following statement on the family's behalf. Quote, "The family is still in shock and mourning the loss of their beloved husband and father. So at this time, we have no comment except that they are doing everything they can to cooperate with the relevant authorities to get justice for the loss of their loved one." Unquote. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
The New River will be receiving some relief from BSI's sugar mill by way of its newly commissioned cooling tower. The $9 million investment seeks to add an additional layer of cooling for the water being reintroduced into the New River after use. Today, reporters were invited to Tower Hill in Orange Walk to get a first-hand look at the system and how it functions. News 5's Paul Lopez has that report.
Today, ASR-BSI gave the media a tour of its new water cooling tower. The $9 million investment is a part of the sugar mill's commitment to protect the river it so heavily relies on for its operations.
This isn't cheap. It's around about $9 million Belize dollars, this water cooling plant. But this represents part of our commitment to the environment and to the local area here in the north of Belize. You can't be doing something here in a sense of an industrial operation without being very, very cognizant of your responsibilities.
The mill uses water from the Belize River at a rate of 13,000 gallons per minute. This amounts to some 1 billion cubic meters being extracted from the river every sugar season. The water is pumped from the river and sent to the plant to be used as a component to cook and crystallize the sugar. The heated water is then sent to the cooling tower.
The purpose of the cooling tower is basically a big equipment that has increases the surface area for the dissipation of heat. There is an exchange between the air and the hot water coming in so that we can take it out at the desired temperature, which in this case is 35 degrees.
From the cooling tower, the water is sent to the cooling ponds located on the compound before being reintroduced to the New River. Since 2016, the sugar mill has made use of various approaches for cooling, first with the creation of the cooling ponds, then with the installation of cascades and factory aerators.
From the time we signed our ECP, we established a temperature profiling or monitoring mechanism, and so we were able to see that we discharge water at a temperature above 35 degrees. And so it is a process that was addressed every year after the signing of the ECP. When we saw that after having done all of that, we still have the temperature issue, then we had to invest on something bigger, and this is the solution, the cooling towers.
In 2019, pollutants in the New River became so toxic that marine life began dying. The New River had reached a crisis point, and fingers were being pointed at the sugar mill as one of the pollutant sources.
We're very proud of this plant, and I think it's something that we hope will play its part in helping with the issues with the New River. Of course, this in itself won't solve those. That needs a holistic approach, and there are many different reasons for the problems the river's had, but certainly we don't want to be contributing to them. So this plant is one example.
The sugar mill also has in operation an established wastewater treatment system which addresses organic components. Unlike the water used in the vacuum system, water in the 30 days treatment ponds flows from any cleaning that needs to be done as a part of the sugar making process.
Simple as I can put it is, you have wastewater coming in, you want to purify it through this process so that when it comes out, it's good to go into a stream. We are doing our part, to protect the New River. Addressing temperature is just one of the issues. And so I believe that with this project, the investment that was done to address just this one, which is not the only cause, shows our commitment to environmental protection.
Minister of Sustainable Development Orlando Habet says the investment in the towers is welcomed because it will assist in restoring the New River.
We are certainly happy and definitely glad to see what this investment is going to do. As you know, there have been complaints for years now with the issues with the New River, and regardless of whatever explanation has been given, there will always be other opinions. Well, yes, they are doing some, the others are doing some to contribute to the bad effects of what's happening in the river. Basically, people notice when the fish die and they're floating on the river. From our standpoint, certainly, we have been working along with ASR for them to start doing some of those remedial measures because certainly they have some contribution.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
There's more news after the break, so stay with us.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So doth a little folly to him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. The New Living Translation says dead flies will cause even a bottle of perfume to stink. Yes, a small mistake can outweigh much wisdom and honor. Paul Hogan, Australian comedian, actor, and television personality, once said to a group of hopefuls about to begin their television careers, "You're here to sweat. This program is live. There's about 1,000 million people watching you. So you remember one wrong word, one foolish gesture, and your whole career could go down in flames. Hold that thought and have a nice night." That one wrong word or wrong action has been the fly in the ointment that has ruined many lives and careers. It happened to Roger Ailes, 76-year-old American media consultant, television executive, founder and former chairman and CEO of Fox News, from which he resigned in July of 2016 over sexual harassment allegations. He was ultimately found guilty and fined, losing his revered position. He spent 20 years helping build a network that took him only 15 days to end in shame. There was a fly in the ointment that was not removed and turned the sweet perfume of a successful life terribly sour. This happens far too often to men of wisdom and honor who become so conceited and confident and careless that they simply do not detect the buzz of the flies before it is too late. Watch out for the flies in the ointment. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
The future of public transportation is here. Floralia aims to provide Belizeans with a comfortable, delightful, and affordable commuting experience. Our buses will make stops in PG, Independence, Dangriga, Belmopan, Belize City, and surrounding villages. Our 2022 Yutong buses are competitively designed to ensure reliability, durability, maximum fuel efficiency, and safety for both passengers and driver. This modern beauty exceeds local standards with its luxurious layout. Each of its 49 seats comes with headrests, armrests, footrests, and seatbelts. Additional features include USB charging ports, foldable trays and cup holders, entertainment screens, open ceiling compartment to store personal luggage, spacious bottom compartments to transport commercial goods and cargo, and a host of other amazing features. Floralia is here to give Belizeans the best in the public transport industry. For more information on our bus schedule and prices, please visit our Facebook or Instagram page. Bus run starts on December 6th, 2021. See you soon. Floralia, make your journey an experience.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benqueviejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
Will this pandemic ever end? That is a question I ask myself every day. My name is Benjamin Lopez Jr. I entered the competition because I wanted to show the people that COVID-19 is not an easy challenge, but together we can overcome it. We must learn to live with this pandemic and the new rules such as using face masks and social distancing. I hope this year we can finally go back to face-to-face learning.
Benjamin is a hardworking, very responsible student. I know that there was a lot of effort that was placed on his behalf to put all of those thoughts together. This cash prize comes as a relief because during the COVID time we have some pending arrears. There are some maintenance issues, and definitely with the packaging, the printers do need some heavy maintenance. This is a great initiative by BEL because they are giving back to us by allowing opportunities for our children to be able to expose themselves and share their talent. On behalf of Santa Clara San Roman Catholic School, thank you.
The main message I wanted to send in my essay was that only working together as a country and focusing on our health and safety, we can overcome this deadly virus.
But certainly, ASR BSI is not the only stakeholder in the new river. There are other industries situated along the banks that the Department of Environment is working with to mitigate the effects of pollutants. Minister Habed spoke about his administration's approach to keeping a healthy river.
What we have to understand that we came in with a different management position. Although we are the regulatory agency, we believe more in working in collaboration with the different corporations, different companies. You don't want to see that they are doing the right thing when you are there, but when you turn your back, it's not working. So I think that collaborative relationship, working together. For example, we are doing our water testing, but they are also doing theirs. Maybe what we can do now is compare what they are doing with what we are doing, sort of an auditing, and to make certain that what they report is comparable or at least close to what we are reporting. But I think certainly a big difference is the management style.
Isn't there a need for sanctions to get people to comply if they continuously violate?
Oh, certainly, but I think that we have to set the stage and assist them, especially in terms of education, so that they can know what is right from wrong.
Okay.
We can give them all the regulations, but if they don't understand what is happening, then they might not comply.
And while BSI's sugar factory is addressing the New River crisis, one community near the factory has complained in the past about air pollution. Back in 2019, the community of Chan-Pine Ridge made headlines following reports of ashes emitted from the factory's boilers were making them sick. We asked the Vice President for International Relations at ASR-BSI for an update on this matter.
Part of our environmental compliance plan is to ensure that, that the participant matter that's coming out of those chimneys fits within regulation. And we have had a number of issues with the boilers over the years, and there are various different reasons for that. A lot of it is about getting moisture in the boilers, and then it erodes the system that was in place to control those emissions. So we took a big decision a year or so back that we were going to completely change out that emission system in both boilers. There's a big project, again another $10 million project. And in this off-crop, we have installed a completely different system in one of the boilers. The next off-crop we will do the same in the other boiler. That's going to reduce dramatically the participant matter. But addressing your issue of Chan-Pine Ridge, I mean, we have always been conscientious about meeting targets, particularly those that could have an impact on local environments. And as a result of that, we've done a number of different studies on the real impact of Belcogen on communities. In fact, part of the due diligence that we did for IDB lending here was to do that. We have done airflow monitors to check at sensitive sites such as Chan-Pine Ridge and elsewhere. We've always been well within the regulated limits of those sensitive areas. I empathise with Chan-Pine Ridge and other areas that do, and I've seen the ash. But to be honest, I mean, this the emissions projects won't eradicate that problem, because that ash is coming from a lot of different sources. We know that. We've done some studies where we've checked what that ash is. We've done analysis of it, and it doesn't have the components that you would expect coming from a high pressure boiler that we have here.
Cabinet has been encouraging Belize Sugar Industries and the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association to continue working in partnership while negotiating the terms of its revised commercial agreement. With the crop season tentatively scheduled to begin in a few weeks, but with no commercial agreement yet, can BSI continue to receive sugarcane from BSCFA members? Here's how the Vice President of International Relations at BSI responded.
We did receive a letter about Cabinet's encouragement for the industry to continue to have a crop, to continue discussing issues. It's never been our intention to disadvantage any cane farmers or anything like that. We are anticipating another conversation with the Prime Minister. The issue is that that there are some legal issues surrounding this. This is a private company; it's a commercial business, and the way it works is regulated around legal agreements. So we're discussing some of these issues with our legal advisors. I would just say that our intention is in no way to disadvantage any cane farmer. That said, I mean, we need to ensure that things are done properly and that things are done in the right way. So looking forward to talking to the Prime Minister further about these issues, and also, as I say, discussing them with our legal team.
We also asked the Minister of Sustainable Development for an update on the investigation into the 2019 ECP for State Bank's development, and whether the investigation is directly linked to the retirement of Chief Environmental Officer Martin Alegria.
The Cabinet had requested that the Chief Environmental Officer submit a report on what had happened. It has been submitted to Cabinet, to the Prime Minister. They're supposed to send me a copy of that report. I haven't seen it as yet. CO and I were out to Glasgow during COP, so we haven't really seen it and really digested it. But as soon as we have that opportunity, we will speak to Cabinet. Cabinet will make a decision on what has to be done. His retirement is due. He's going to be 55, I think, in February. So he's doing his pre-retirement leave because there are holidays that he has to take, and so he's off on his vacation leave as pre-retirement.
Is there any explanation as to the origin of the permission given to Stake Bank and their causeways?
From what we gathered, information that we have and we have read and seen on the ECPs, and the date when it was signed, this was signed, remember, in August of 2020. We got in 2019, sorry. We got into office in November of 2020. So that ECP was signed a year and 2 months before we got into office.
Any ideas as to where that permission came from?
What we have to recall is that the regulations then said that the EPA gives the authority to the Chief Environmental Officer. At that time was the chairman of the NEAC and has the authority to sign. So if they didn't see it for 1 year, for 14 months, then something is wrong.
After the break, the Belize Bank gets a new branch. Find out where that is located when we return.
Feels like forever you've been burning for me. I'm here now. Oh, it's a fire indeed. 'Cause I'm mad. Oh, baby, I'm mad. Skin soft, leg thick like this. Wet lips drip, drip like this. If you come a little closer, you will see that, baby, I'm mad.
Game hot right now, dog.
Tell you, you got it, though.
Boy, watch the time. Close to curfew. I seriously tired of live like this, dog.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. But you still don't get back set, Joe.
Why? I just no trust. I guess I'll get wrong to that.
You need to get on that. We know how this thing spread, and we can stop it. When some people say the play last, no offense.
But I just see a lot of weird stuff online.
Yeah, but bro, the evidence clear. Vaccine work, and people at hospital, almost all, not vaccinated.
Yeah.
So if you're really tired of live like this, then get vax, bro. Simple.
For real. Yeah, but I will have close to curfew and I don't want to catch on charge, so later man.
Vaccines save lives and greatly reduce the risk of transmission, hospitalization, and death. Get vaccinated and let's get back to normal.
I visited the land of Serbia, a great many miles away. I ascended the Mount Everest few people have conquered. I roared on the snow-covered Antarctic and Arctic. I rolled swiftly across the vast, untamed desert. Ling Long Tire conquers every corner of the world.
Distributed by Enrique Martinez and Sons Limited. 2 miles Philip Wilson Highway, Belize City.
The BEL 24/7 app has a new look with tons of great features. You have the power at your fingertips to do much more with this powerful app. By using the recently added assistant feature, you can now request for new service. When an unplanned power outage is affecting your area, easily report it using the app, and our team will address promptly. Contacting us is easy. With just one click, you can instantly open a WhatsApp chat for your area and communicate with a customer service rep, or call us directly. The BEL 24/7 app has even more new features just for you. Check for the upgrade or download today.
Have you ever wondered how to tell if someone is marriage material? Do you ever wish there was more to your marriage? Maybe you've asked yourself, how do I raise my kids the way God wants me to? Join us for our new series, Mixtape. We'll play through how God wants us to love the people in our lives one track at a time. Get ready to crank up the volume and tune in for advice God gives us in the areas that matter most.
If you are ailing due to a chronic disease and are left permanently invalid before retirement age, you may want to check if you qualify to receive invalidity benefit. The invalidity benefit exists for persons who are unable to continue working due to permanent illness. To qualify, you must be under 60 years old, must be sick for 26 consecutive weeks and certified to be medically unable to perform any type of work, must have at least 5 years of paid SSB contributions and at least 5 paid within the 3 months leading up to your illness. If you do not qualify for the invalidity pension, you may be eligible for the invalidity grant. Want to know more about invalidity benefit? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
We have been a partner with Smart for over 10 plus years. We have a full Smart plan we use as our major driver for our business. We have a service that rolls over in that if you call one and it is busy, it rolls over to the next line. So once you call us, you can get us at any time. Before we got this Smart service, we were paying upwards of nearly $2,000 in phone bills. Since we've had our Smart service, we pay an average of about $600. So we've had tremendous saving, more than 50%. For the businesses, if you want to save money, switch to Smart because it is far more cost effective and the service is excellent.
Smart continues to be innovative in bringing new technology and meaningful savings during these challenging times to businesses across Belize. Sign up for our VoIP technology or broadband packages and save more.
Banking just got easier for businesses and residents in South Stand Creek with the launch of a new Belize Bank branch in Independence. For many years, the bank has extended services to the two main industries in that district, but not until now has it established a physical location in that community. A new office in Independence also ensures that Belize Bank will gain a foothold in the financial sector in the south, since the port of Big Creek is just a stone's throw away. News 5's Isani Cayetano reports.
A new branch of the Belize Bank Limited is open for business in Independence Village, joining another lending institution in serving the financial needs of residents in southern Belize. This afternoon at an inauguration ceremony, Chairman Lyndon Giuseppe spoke of the bank further expanding its reach to the lower half of the country, where economic activity in Big Creek and other areas within Stand Creek District is also looking up.
Ladies and gentlemen, 14 years ago, in 2007 to be exact, the Belize Bank opened its first branch in the Stand Creek District on the Placencia Peninsula. During that period, we served approximately 3,000 customers and performed in excess of 600,000 transactions. We also collaborated with many local businesses, helping them in the process to grow and to serve their clients in the best possible way. Today, the Belize Bank is building on that strong foundation and that great legacy with the inauguration of our Independence branch.
The new branch location, according to Agatha Ruta, Head of Digital, Retail and Business Banking, is part of a systematic approach that would bring Belize Bank closer to its customers.
I think it's worth mentioning that we are not leaving Placencia. Actually, we have just expanded our ATM network in Placencia, and we will be visiting our corporate clients on the regular basis to ensure the smooth operations. This branch here is a part of the Belize Bank strategy to grow the distribution footprint at the locations to bring us closer to our clients. The branch opening and with the wide spectrum of the services is a part of the overall approach to make banking easier and more convenient and to bring and spread the financial inclusion to the community.
The addition of another local office on the other side of the Placencia Lagoon is beneficial to all clients who transact with the Belize Bank in that community.
Ladies and gentlemen, our decision to move from Placencia to Independence was not taken lightly and was indeed a very difficult decision. It followed deep consultation and analysis with both customers and staff, but we left those discussions with absolutely no doubt that relocating to the Independence Village was a win-win solution for both customers and for potential and existing clients as well.
Despite only just establishing a physical presence in Mango Creek, Belize Bank has been integral in financing the agricultural mainstays in this part of the country, those industries being citrus and banana.
The Belize Bank this afternoon believes that Independence has a lot to offer, and we are saying, through our investment in this branch, in this head office, that we are here to stay and we want to participate in the growing growth and development of Independence. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, we are staking our claim in the Independence pie. Interestingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, while we may only be now physically relocating to Independence, in truth of fact, we have actually been serving the community for many, many years. Why do I say this? Well, for many years, even continuing today, the Belize Bank has been the largest lender in the country to the banana and citrus industries located in the Sand Creek district.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Cayetano.
The 16 Days of Activism held each year aims to raise awareness about gender-based violence and the challenges prevailing discriminatory attitudes that most often affect women and girls. In her speech on the occasion, Minister of Human Development Dolores Balderramos Garcia underscored the reasons why attention has to be paid to these sensitive issues.
It is extremely important that during this period, countries take the time to reflect and be more survivor-centered when designing support systems, including empowerment strategies. In Belize, like many countries around the world, we recognize that effective action requires not only responding to incidents of gender-based violence and working to prevent individual instances, but also building a culture based on principles and values that challenge the causes of gender-based violence and discrimination. We recognize that human rights should be the set of values that inform our daily lives and establish the minimum standards for full equality and a life of dignity. Every person in Belize should be aware how gender-based violence continues to be the most pervasive form of human rights violations, which prevent persons, especially women and girls, from reaching their full potential and dignified lives free from fear.
Minister Balderramos Garcia invited every person and organization in Belize to join the campaign against gender-based violence and violence against women and children.
You may question, why does this matter? Well, violence encompasses many forms such as domestic violence, rape, sexual harassment, and human trafficking, which unfortunately seem to be increasing. Working and speaking out against gender-based violence is not something new. It's something that we do every day at the Ministry of Human Development, Families, and Indigenous Peoples Affairs, as well as all our partners. All of us must see it as our responsibility to identify ways to become involved, because I am sure that you know someone who has experienced one of these forms of gender-based violence.
The theme for this year's 16 Days of Activism is You and Me, from 16 days to 365 days. End violence against women now. Prime Minister John Briceño, Minister of State Christopher Coy, and Chief Executive Officer Narda Garcia met with the executive of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Wednesday at the PM's office here in Belize City. The sit-down covered a range of issues, including the reopening of Belize's land borders. The Briceño administration has committed to resuming terrestrial traffic between Belize and Mexico, as well as Belize and Guatemala in early 2022, with specific measures in place to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. Details of those protocols, however, are yet to be ironed out by Cabinet, and there is no official reopening date. Recommendations from the private sector organization will be taken into consideration in the formulation of those procedures. Also on the table were a series of reforms presently being undertaken by the government of Belize. Just ahead, find out how you can help reforest some parts of the Cayo district. But first, here is a weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
This weather update is brought to you by SMART. This weather update was brought to you by SMART.
Remember, all your residential and social electricity accounts must have no arrears by November 30th, 2021 to win. Prizes are a family vacation to Grand Carib for 2 nights, 2 nights family vacation stay at Blue Zen, and 11 winners of an $800 grocery voucher. Win one of these 13 great prizes with BEL's Customer Rewards.
Nestle. Start healthy, stay healthy.
Improving lives, delivering quality. Water for you and me. In Belize, BWS, we make it happen.
For the immediate future, our entire country's focus is to ensure that each of us take adequate measures to mitigate against the COVID-19 pandemic. We all need to ensure frequent hand washing or sanitizing, regular disinfection of surfaces, constant social distancing, and a sufficient supply of sanitizing and cleansing material. At this critical time, a reliable supply of clean potable water is of utmost importance to ensure our health and peace of mind. Water is therefore a vital necessity to help us remain free from illness and ultimately to help Belize's economic recovery. Help us to help you by paying your water bill. Our return to a healthy and vibrant economy depends on you.
Belize Water Services, delivering water and more.
How can we support the emotional well-being of older adults during COVID-19? During the COVID-19 pandemic, and particularly while in quarantine, individuals, including older adults, may become more anxious, angry, stressed, agitated, or withdrawn. especially those who need healthcare assistance or have cognitive decline or dementia. Here are 4 strategies that can help you in supporting an older adult during this difficult time. 1. Communicate information and listen. Present with accurate, simple, and accessible information and facts about the COVID-19 outbreak, its progression, treatment, and effective strategies to prevent infection. Listen patiently to their needs and concerns. For older people with mild cognitive impairment or early stages of dementia, inform them of what is happening within their capacity and provide support to ease their anxiety and stress. 2. Promote positive mental and emotional health. Provide access to available mental health and psychosocial support services, also known as MHPSS services, for older adults and communicate when and how they can access them. Help older people keep regular routines and schedules as much as possible. You can also help them create new ones, including regular exercising, cleaning, daily chores, singing, painting, or other activities. Facilitate regular communication between older adults and their friends and families. 3. Help with medical needs. Make sure that older adults have at least up to 1 month of all the regular medicines that they may require. Explain how to use protective devices in a clear, concise way. Always be respectful and patient. 4. Assist with daily activities. Provide older people with details related to how and where they can get practical help if needed, like calling a taxi, dropping off supplies, having groceries delivered, and requesting medical care, as well as information on any locally available social support programs and services. For more information, consult the webpage of the Pan American Health Organization, www.paho.org/coronavirus.
Es un hecho. Únicamente con Smart obtienes todo realmente ilimitado. Solo con Smart obtienes datos ilimitados en cualquier momento. Mientras que con el otro proveedor solo son datos dobles los fines de semana. Con datos ilimitados todos los días no hay necesidad de esperar, así que es un hecho que nuestros planes ilimitados superan a la competencia. Por lo tanto, no permita que le digan cómo y cuándo usar sus datos. Y obtenga llamadas, mensajes de texto y datos ilimitados. Vive la verdadera experiencia de planes ilimitados con Smart. Es un hecho. Haga el cambio y viva Smart.
Members of the tourism industry are being asked to help plant 1,000 trees in the Cayo district in 2022. The 2 organizations behind the Reforestation Drive, Toucan Education Program, and the Friends for Conservation and Development spoke with News 5 today about their joint initiative. They are asking people to purchase seedlings that women's groups will raise and then environmental groups will plant. The idea came about as a part of Toucan Education's 11th anniversary. They were looking for ways to offset carbon footprint of their visiting students. FCD wanted to help support community groups already working on forest conservation and regrowth.
We're in the field of international education and education abroad, and as our field look at being more sustainable and look at reducing the carbon footprint of students who travel overseas for these experiences, the idea came to Toucan to look at how do we mitigate students' carbon from their flight, because that's really the biggest footprint that they have. And so it only made sense for us to speak to FCD, who has a long history of managing conservation areas and implementing this type of work. And so we're a type of organization that, okay, let's go to the experts and have that conversation with them. And I'm so grateful that they were willing to take on the implementation of the Reforestation program and have this partnership with us with this particular project that we want to do.
We have identified several species, and most of them would be seeds are collected locally. And so it would be some of the, depending on the areas as well, we're looking at like around the riparian areas might have some species that might be more favorable. So we have a list of different species that can be sourced locally, which means I would have to collect seeds from early, and then they would then start to do the planting and so on. But we do have a variety of species based on the areas, I guess, that we would identify as areas that would need to be reforested.
And those areas selected for reforestation as part of the 1,000 Trees for Cayo in 2022 are part of what attract people to Belize. But they also support local communities and businesses, many of which depend on tourism. Petroff and Sanchez say this is why they began with their appeal to the tourism sector.
People who come to Belize come for the environment that we have to offer. And therefore, it's another reason. It wasn't only for the fact that the carbon footprint caused by students traveling to Belize, but also how do we maintain the forest and everything that people come here to enjoy. Because the healthier our forest is, that also leads to how healthy our rivers are and the quality of our soil and so many other things, wildlife, and all of these things are what both students and the tourism sector benefit from.
It is a collective responsibility, and we have already people at the community level who are, committed to do their part. And with the help then of these different sectors and partners, I think that we will be able to go a long way. So we do invite them to support this cause. It's not just that we are just the facilitators here, but really it's about getting the local communities more involved, these groups that are already out there and doing their little part to continue their work. So I encourage everybody to do your part and also support this initiative.
If you are a member of the tourism industry or an individual or group from another sector who would like to support this reforestation program, you can contact Toucan Education Programs at info@Belize, studyinbelize.com or call 501-671-4421. Up next, Black Friday sales are taking off in Belize. Dwayne Moody goes bargain hunting when we return.
Will this pandemic ever end? That is a question I ask myself every day. My name is Benjamin Lopez Jr. I entered the competition because I wanted to show the people that COVID-19 is not an easy challenge, but together we can overcome it. We must learn to live with this pandemic and the new rules such as using face masks and social distancing. I hope this year we can finally go back to face-to-face learning.
Benjamin is a hardworking, very responsible student. I know that there was a lot of effort that was placed on his behalf to put all of those thoughts together. This cash prize comes as a relief because during the COVID time we have some pending arrears. There are some maintenance issues, and definitely with the packaging, the printers do need some heavy maintenance. This is a great initiative by BEL because they are giving back to us by allowing opportunities for our children to be able to expose themselves and share their talent. On behalf of Santa Clara San Roman Catholic School, thank you.
The main message I wanted to send in my essay was that only working together as a country and focusing on our health and safety, we can overcome this deadly virus.
Following the COVID-19 vaccination, some people may experience side effects, such as soreness at the injection site, chills, nausea, body aches, or a fever. But these symptoms go away after a few days. These side effects are a result of your immune system responding to the vaccine and are not a sign that you are sick with COVID-19. The COVID-19 vaccines will not give you COVID. When you receive your vaccine, the health worker will advise you what to take if you are experiencing any of these side effects. Remember, these mild side effects cannot compare to you not being able to share memorable moments with your family and friends if you fall gravely ill from COVID. Vaccines bring us closer.
What is the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine? The Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is an RNA vaccine that triggers our immune system to develop antibodies against the SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19. It helps to reduce hospitalization, severity of the disease, and death. What is the Pfizer vaccine made of, and is it safe? The Pfizer vaccine is made up of mRNA messenger ribonucleic acid, which are molecules that carry the genetic information needed to make proteins, lipid, salts, and sugar. It is safe for persons 12 years and older and does not contain the COVID-19 virus, hence cannot cause infection. Tests have shown that the vaccine is effective against current virus variants. Who should take the Pfizer vaccine? The Pfizer vaccine should be taken by persons 12 years of age and older who do not have severe allergic reaction after a previous dose of vaccine or have not had severe allergic reaction to any ingredient of this vaccine. 2 doses of the vaccine are required 3 weeks apart. If you are between the ages of 12 and 17 years, you are required to present a signed consent form before you are vaccinated. What are the side effects of the Pfizer vaccine? Some common side effects of the Pfizer vaccine are headache, fatigue, muscle pain, fever, chills, and swelling at the injection site. If side effects persist, contact your doctor as soon as possible. Does the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine prevent infection and transmission? No, vaccination alone does not prevent infection and transmission. We are still required to continue to wear masks properly, physically distance, wash and sanitize hands often, practice proper coughing and sneezing hygiene, and avoid crowds.
When something is good and you can save, that makes it even better. Like this guy, he buys Flex bundles using his promo credit. No worries when his primary credit is finished. He gets talk, text, and data for free. Or her, she calls her family internationally with her promo credit. And with data packages so affordable, she even does video calls. Smart continues to offer great deals and affordable promotions. As a small business owner, she saves when she uses her promo credit to call the other guys. All Smart customers enjoy more triple days and knowing they can use their promo credit, which just lasts longer. Smart, bringing people together.
43 recruits from Squad 95 of the Belize Police Department were out today giving back to the community. It is a project that the recruits from Belize City Precincts 1 and 2 and Hattieville Formation are engaged in to assist those who are most needy. The recruits for some time now have been assigned to various jurisdictions to get a hands-on feel of the job. But outside of the mandated law enforcement duties, community policing is an active part of the department. They decided that before they return to the Police Training Academy in Belmopan, they would carry out this hamper drive. News 5 spoke today to Sergeant Timmons and Recruit McDonald about the initiative.
With this squad project, we took the form of food hamper drive to give back to the community. We know that COVID is here, and in this time, a lot of people are struggling. So we took the opportunity to do the little thing that we could to reach out and help. Last minute, we ended up with a bag of groceries, so it was 5 in all. 5 basket was prepared, and the selection process was, and from the onset of the idea, I was informing the recruits, bringing, like we're out there patrolling, bringing names of needy people, people who are in need. The selection was done from the recruits, from members of the police department, members of the community. Like what I said, sadly, it was only 5. We wish we could have done more, because a lot of time we're out there and we see people in need. We see that ends are not meeting. So at the end of the day, when we're out there, you know, like heart goes out to those people out there.
It gives that interaction between the Belize Police Department and the community in order to help find ways in order to deter crime. Not only deal with the investigation, etc., so forth, but also partnering off with them in order for community watch and having that safe zone with the Belizean public in order to gain back the confidence from the Belizean people.
Belize City was buzzing with traffic as another U.S. tradition has been adopted into Belizean culture. Black Friday sales were happening across the municipality, and people were making sure they took advantage of the great promotions and deals and stocked up for the Christmas holidays, which is a month away.
It felt like the traditional November 19th sale, but it wasn't. The rush in downtown Belize City today was residents making an attempt to stretch their dollar with Black Friday deals, for which almost all businesses were doing some form of promotion.
So we have a lot of deals going on. We have deals on everything. We have device promotions, we have mobile promotions, DigiNet promotions. So for the mobile promotions, device promotions, we have free bonus credit we're giving with the purchase of a device. We have devices as low as $99, and you get $50 free bonus credit with your purchase. You could get up to $150 bonus credit.
Today in our stores, and countrywide, we have a double day, so our customers could enjoy double the credit. And of course, if it is that it's closing hours at the stores or the agents, then customers could also do a double up at home online, right? In addition to our double day, we are also excited about our Black Friday plan. This is an exclusive plan only available today for purchasing November 26th, right? So what customers would have to do is just dial *700# and find the Black Friday plan and purchase it, or they could text the keyword BFP to 700, and they would enjoy data, they would enjoy talk and text to DJ and the other guys, and they would enjoy talk and text to USA, Mexico, and Canada.
For our device promotion, it's only for today countrywide, but tomorrow in our Belize City stores, we will be open on Regent Street at our flagship store from 8 until 12, and at our signature store from 9 to 1. So you could still come in and get these deals. For the DigiNet, the free installation, it's from today, November 26th, until Tuesday, November 30th. So you have some time to come in and sign up.
We found that a lot of people were purchasing gadgets as Christmas gifts for the entire family, or even that special someone. From tablets to Samsung devices, PlayStations and televisions, everything was at the Cellular World branches countrywide. We stopped in at one of the Belize City branches and spoke to software technician Justin Isagire.
Usually we have a November 19th one-day sale. We did not have that this year, and we announced the 1 week of the Black Friday sales, and it has been great so far. People have been coming out and stopping by to see what we have on sale, and also getting stuff in, before the Christmas season. Not surprisingly, the Samsung A series devices, those are, as usual, very hot items, and those have been flying off. We're trying to keep up with everybody's demands, and it's being the authorized Samsung distributor for Belize, it has made our job much easier in terms of getting these devices to our customers.
Inside McCarter's store in downtown Albert Street, residents were out taking advantage of the lowest prices in materials. While they are not doing a Black Friday sale per se, manager Nina Mahitani says that there are promotions on basically everything in the store to make sure that residents can purchase items to celebrate Christmas.
We have a lot of promotions going on right now in the store. We also have a live sale that we're running in the nights. Tonight actually is our last night. We had been running it from Tuesday. So if you log on to our page between 6 and 6:45, you can take advantage of the sale that we're running, which is you get a 10% on the items that are being featured during the live. A promotion of you buy 2 and you get 1 free. You can get it in either king, queen, full, or twin.
And rugs as well.
Rugs have the lowest prices, right? And we have them in all the sizes, matching designs. If you want to combine a big one with a small one, we have them all. It's a constant traffic. I won't say that it has been like crazy, but the traffic has been constant. People come in, they shop, they leave, another crowd comes in, and then, it's like they're in a sync.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available in both text and streaming video at channel5belize.com. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/News5Live. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, please remember to wash your hands, keep your social distance, and stay safe. Good night.